Very good morning, children. Children, today we are going to learn about lesson number 5, that is substances in the surroundings, their states and properties. Okay, children? Now, for this, we will take one example, that is of water. Okay? Children, can you name the solid, liquid, and the gaseous state of the water? Yes. Okay. The solid state of the water is called as ice, right? When the water it is when the water is in solid state, it turns into ice, right? Next, the liquid form of water is called as water, right? And the gaseous form or the gaseous state of the water is in the form of a vapor, right, children? Vapor in the sense, when you are seeing that the water boils, what comes out of the vessel is called as a vapor. Okay, children? So ice, water and vapor are the three states of the water, that is solid, liquid and gaseous respectively. Okay, children? Now, children, you can see figure 5.1, right, on your right hand side. Okay, this figure is about an experiment which indicates the state of change of wax. Okay, children? Now, what is done in this experiment? They have taken some pieces of wax, okay? Then, with the help of a spirit lamp, that is burner, they have melted the wax, okay? And then they have seen the wax in the solid state. Okay, children? Yes. Now, this is what do we all observe as the change of the state in a substance. Okay. Now see on your left hand side. Take the pieces of wax in a bowl and heat them on a candle or a spirit lamp. Okay. Children, this experiment you can even do it at your home. Okay. But under the observation of your parents or your elders, you have to do this experiment. What you can do is, you can take some pieces of the wax and using a burned candle, you can melt it, okay? How do the pieces of wax change? As soon as you hold the pieces of the wax on the burning candle, the pieces start melting, right? This is how the pieces of the wax change into a liquid wax, right? Now, what was the initial state of the wax? The initial means the first. The first state of the wax was in solid form, right? Because the wax was in pieces. So, the initial state of wax was in solid form. Okay. What did it get converted into? First was the pieces of the wax which were in solid form, right? And when we melted, they got converted into a liquid form, right? So the wax got converted into liquid wax, right? Now, what you will do, now keep the same bowl in cold water and observe what will happen. Okay? Children, when the water is warm or the uh, when the wax get heat, then the solid wax changes into liquid wax. But when it comes in contact with cold water, then what happens? The melted wax again turns into solid wax. Okay, children? Thus, when a substance changes from one state to another, the process is called as change of state of the substance. Okay, children? Once again, I'll repeat. When a substance changes from one state to another state, means here in this example, the change of the state of solid of the wax was from solid to liquid state, right? So such a change in the state is called as the change in state of the substance. Okay, children? Yes. Now, here is a list of substances, okay? They are spirit. The first one is what? Spirit. Next, camphor. Next, coconut oil. Naphthalene ball. Ghee and ammonium chloride, that is Navasagar. Okay, children, now you might have observed, right? First, which one freezes in winter? Ghee, coconut oil, right? They all freeze in winter. Which liquid have you seen change into a vapor? Yes. Yes, exactly. Spirit, right? And Navasagar. Okay, children? Which solids directly change into a gaseous state? Yes, naphthalene balls and Navasagar. Okay, children? Now, what do we learn from this? Just now, you had seen that some substances freeze in winter, right? While some substances turn into a vapor. While some substances change from their solid state directly to a gaseous state, right? So, what do we all conclude from this? We can conclude from this that the state of a substance changes if it is heated or cooled. Right, children? Every substance in our surroundings is found in either solid, liquid, or gaseous state. Okay, children? From the above examples, we learn that the substances and the states can be changed when they are either heated or cooled, and every substance in our nature is present in either solid, liquid, or gaseous form. Okay, children? Yes. Now we'll see about the past. Okay. In the 19th century, the scientist J. Willard Gibbs showed that the characteristic properties of a substance depends on its physical state and arrangement of particles in it. Okay. Now we'll see about properties with respect to shape and volume. Okay, and on your right hand side there are solids, liquids, and gases. First is example we'll see. A piece of iron, okay. Solid is example, a piece of iron. The shape has a shape of its own. It retains the shape no matter how it is kept. Okay, children? Means a piece of iron has the shape of its own, right? And it retains the shape. Okay? Next is volume. It has a definite volume. Solids like sugar, sand, when poured on a flat surface, form a heap. Right, children? Next example is of a liquid. The example is water, spirit, and oil. With respect to shape, they do not have a shape of its own and they take the shape of the container. With respect to volume, they have a specific volume and it occupies definite portion of the container. Spreads on a flat surface on pouring, flows downwards along a slope. Right, children? This you all see in day-to-day life, right? Next we come to what is air. With respect to shape, it does not have a definite shape of its own, right? And it occupies all the space that is available. Means what, children? Air is everywhere around us, okay? Wherever we go, there is air, okay? With respect to volume, does not have a definite volume. On changing the pressure on a gas in a closed container, the volume also changes. Okay? Now, we'll see about a topic called as heat and change of physical state. You have learned that the change in the physical state of a substance is an effect of the amount of heat in it. On gaining heat, the substance changes from solid to liquid and liquid to gas. And on the other hand, if a substance cools or loses heat, then it changes from gaseous to liquid and liquid to solid. That is vice versa. That is opposite. Okay, children? Here is a graphical presentation of the changes of the state. Solid on heating turns into a liquid. Liquid again on heating turns into a gas. While gas on cooling turns into a liquid. Liquid on cooling turns into a solid. Okay, children? So like that wise it goes. Next. Children, tell me, when we place a vessel that is filled with water on the stove or on the gas, does the water change quickly into a vapor? Yes or no? No, obviously, right? It takes some time and then afterwards it is changing, right? Does water kept in the fridge change at once into ice? Yes, children? No. Yes? Your answer is no. Means what? It takes some time to do it, right? A specific amount of heat must be gained or lost before the state of a substance can change. Right, children? In case of heating or in case of cooling, there has to be a certain temperature above which the state of the substance can be changed, right? The change in the physical state is determined by how hot the substance becomes on gaining heat or how cold on losing it. Okay? means what? The substances that change their state, we have to see that on what temperature is it heated or on what temperature it is cooled, right? But children, how do we know how hot or cold a substance is? Now, you are very smart, right, children? You all will say one only answer, that we will check it with the help of a thermometer, right, children? And you are absolutely right. Okay, for measuring the temperature, we use an instrument or equipment called as thermometer. Okay, children? Now we'll see about temperature and thermometer. When a substance gets heat, it becomes warm and then hot. Okay, children? When you heat any substance, first it will get warm and then again after some time it will get cool. Okay? We put our hand or finger in the water to judge how hot it is, but that is not an accurate measure. Okay? Besides, if the substance is very hot, we could get scalded. Children, we see often in our kitchen or in our bathroom कि पानी कितना गर्म है, right? How do we do that? We check it by placing our hands in the water, right? But can you tell that पानी 57 डिग्री सेल्सियस का है या फिर पानी 80 डिग्री सेल्सियस का है? No, right? So that measure is not accurate, right? And if the water is too much hot, then it may get burned, right? So for measuring the temperature, we have an instrument called as thermometer. Okay, children? A thermometer is used to measure the temperature. Degree Celsius is the unit of measuring the temperature. There are several types of thermometers available. Okay. Nowadays, digital thermometers are frequently used. Okay, children. Next. Yes. Next, we will see about how the temperature is recorded. Okay, that is the most important, because if you are not knowing how to record the temperature, then that instrument is of no use, right, children? Okay, so let us see how we do it. Okay, take a thermometer from the laboratory. The bulb at its lower end is filled with mercury. The mercury rises to a certain level in the capillary tube above the bulb. You will see a scale next to the mercury column. Reading the figure near the level of the mercury tells us that the temperature of air around the bulb of the thermometer. Okay, children? Children, you might have seen the clinical thermometer that is there in most of your houses, right? What is there in that? In that you have certain numbers, right? And when the mercury rises to a certain number, you are able to see what number it is, and by that you are able to find out the temperature of the substance, right? Hold the thermometer in the water so that the bulb is completely immersed in the water and read the temperature of the water. Repeat this activity, taking some hot water in one vessel and cold water or ice in another, and note the temperatures. Okay, children? Now, given below are some examples of the temperatures. Okay, First, boiling water. Boiling water temperature is always 100 degrees Celsius. Okay, children? It is not less than 100 degrees Celsius or more than 100 degrees Celsius. It is exactly 100 degrees Celsius. Next, freezing water. Freezing water temperature is 0 degrees Celsius. Okay. Next is air at winter night is less than 15 degrees Celsius. Okay, children. And air in summer afternoon is greater than 35 degrees Celsius. Next, inside the fridge. Inside the fridge, the temperature is less than 5 degrees Celsius. Inside the freezer, okay, see here children, inside the freezer the temperature is minus 18 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it is very cool in the freezer. And children, do you know that our body temperature is how much? Yes, it's approximately 37 degrees Celsius. Okay, children. So, today I'll be stopping here itself. The next part of the lesson, we will do it in the next lecture. Thank you.